Dear all, thank you for listening our group presentation. The group members' information is on the first page. Our topic is how does S&T Service Industry relates to SDG 8? SDG is short of Sustainable Development Goals, which is a set of 17 goals. This plan is dedicated to achieve the goal of ending poverty and hunger, and save from the worst effects of climate change in the worldwide. Our team will focus on the achievement of SDG 8 in China, primarily in economic growth and decent work. Meanwhile, we will study on the influence of development of S&T Service Industry on achievement of SDG 8. The presentation is consist of 5 parts: introduction, literature review, theoretical framework, hypothesis development, and proposed methodology. First, we will start with introduction. Here are a few charts showing China's progress on SDG 8 between 2014 and 2019. We can see that China's GDP has increased dramatically from $10.48 trillion in 2014 to $14.28 trillion in 2019. As we all know, China's economy has been growing rapidly in recent years. Even though affected by the COVID-19 epidemic, China has been effectively controlling the epidemic and recovering its economy at the same time. Next, please have a look at this chart. The number of new urban employment in China rose significantly from 1,322 million in 2014 to 1,352 million in 2019, far exceeding the government's expectations. In addition to the growing number, some literature pointed out the quality of employment, including the state in the employment environment, treatment, security, and laws and the regulations, has been improved as well. The most important reason for strengthening the employment in China are a range of government supports, such as financial support, tax preferences, credit support, and other aspects. Concerning S&T Service Industry, it refers to the emerging industry which provides intelligence services to the society and plays a crucial role in efficiency of different industries. In 2014, China has published several opinions of the State Council on accelerating the development of science and technology service industry, which has specified that S&T Service industrial scale is expected to reach 8 trillion yuan by 2020. In 2019, the market size of China's S&T Service industry, demonstrated in Figure 3, reached 2.23 trillion yuan, accounting for about 2.2% of GDP. While this is as high as 3 to 5% in developed countries. Furthermore, China's fiscal public expenditure was 23.89 trillion yuan, and the fiscal expenditure on science and technology was 1.07 trillion yuan, accounting for 4.49%, showing a steady rising trend since 2015 with a percentage of 3.98%. Obviously, current market size of S&T Service industry is far from the expectation, while the government investment in it seemed inadequate. Based on our knowledge, a large volume of references explored the relationship between development of S&T Service industry effectively and the economic growth and the employment, while little attention was paid on the government involvement as a moderating factor, which could be our research problem. As a result, we proposed 3 research questions as follows. Number 1. Does development level of ST service industry promote achievement of SDG 8? Number 2. Does insufficient government involvement has a moderating effect on the development level of ST service industry and the achievement of SDG 8? Number 3. Does excessive government intervention have a moderating effect on the development level of ST service industry and the achievement of SDG 8? Accordingly, we will attempt to achieve 3 objectives concerning the research on whether the questions raised above have positive results, shown in this slide. Theoretically, our research will fill the gap in the literature regarding influence of government involvement in promoting the achievement of SDG 8 through the development of ST service industry. And we will put forward some suggestions for promoting economic growth and decent work of SDG 8. Second, a literature review will be presented. We collected literature from 5 points. First one, development of ST service. Number 2, how to achieve SDG 8. Number 3, moderating effect from government involvement. Number 4, interaction between ST service and SDG 8. Number 5, government intervention on SDG 8. Third, we are going to theoretical framework part. This paper is mainly based on economic growth theory and service economic theory. We take development level of ST service industry as independent variable and achievement of SDG 8 as dependent variable, while degree of government involvement as moderating variable. We will study on the moderating effect of government involvement. Then, based on the above discussion, we came up with 3 hypotheses. The hypothesis 1 is the development level of ST service industry promotes the achievement of SDG 8. The hypothesis 2 is insufficient government involvement has a negative moderating effect on the development level of ST service industry and the achievement of SDG 8. The hypothesis 3 is excessive government intervention has a negative moderating effect on the development level of ST service industry and the achievement of SDG 8. In each hypothesis, SDG 8 will be divided into 2 aspects: economic growth and decent work. Last part is proposed methodology. In this research, quantitative method is utilized. We will select secondary data, the added value of ST service industry of various provinces in China from 2001 to 2020 as a research sample. The data is primarily obtained from provincial statistic bureaus. Panel model and log-log model will be adopted for verifying the hypotheses. Applying panel data can be integrated with cross-section data and time series data, which will be analyzed by using data. For now, we will explain how to measure the variables. Technology service variable added measures the independent variable of the development level of ST service industry. Meanwhile, real GDP and employment rate are used to measure the achievement of SDG 8 as the dependent variable. Since the degree government involvement is difficult to be quantified, we take it as dummy variable. 1 for those with government-related policy preference, and a 0 for those without introduction and influence of relevant policies. In addition, resident income, labor force level, and so on are taken as control variables. The references we cited are listed as below. That's all for the presentation. We are appreciated for your time. If you have any questions, we'll be pleased to answer. Thank you.